Hey, welcome. You ever stop and think about what really keeps your city running? I'm not talking about the power grid. I mean, the digital grid. We're talking about the silent, absolutely essential IT work that's humming along in the background, powering everything from your favorite local restaurant to the city government. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that invisible tech backbone.
I mean, really think about it for a sec. That top to pay at the grocery store? The school's internet that somehow never goes down for the students? Who makes all that happen? And who's on guard, protecting your local clinic's data from a cyber attack? It's not magic, right? Nope. It's a dedicated group of tech professionals working behind the scenes.
So, to really get a handle on this, we're going to look at a real-world example, using the capability statement from a company called Deploy Tech. And look, this isn't some kind of promotion. It's just a fantastic case study that helps us understand the vital role these local tech partners play in our communities every single day. All right, let's jump right in. First section, your local tech partner. What even is one of these local IT solutions providers? Think of them like this. They're the on-call expert IT department for businesses or schools that need top-notch tech support but maybe don't have a giant in-house team of their own. They're the ones who make it possible for a local shop to compete with the big online giants and for a public school to keep its students and data safe. Okay, so what does that actually mean? What do these providers do all day? Well, their work usually breaks down into a few key areas. Let's take a look. First things first, they build what you can totally think of as the organization's digital nervous system. This is the foundation. It's all the wiring, the Wi-Fi, the stuff that lets all the devices talk to each other safely and quickly. And we're not talking about just plugging in a router. This is about designing and implementing the latest tech, like Wi-Fi 6 and 5G, using super reliable gear from partners like HPE Aruba. Honestly, if this part isn't solid, nothing else matters. And that, of course, leads right into the next huge piece of the puzzle. Cybersecurity. If the network's the nervous system, then these folks are the elite digital security guards. They're the ones configuring the firewalls, using tools from companies like Fortinet, and building the strategies to keep, as the source material puts it, confidential and sensitive data out of the wrong hands. And believe me, their job description is huge. One minute, they could be installing a new AV system in a boardroom. The next, they're setting up security cameras. They're also the people who get you the hardware you need, acting as authorized resellers for big names like HP. And of course, they provide that crucial day-to-day break-fix support that keeps a business from screeching to a halt when a computer goes down. All right, so we've talked high level. Let's get down into the weeds a bit. What does a typical day actually look like for one of these techs on the ground? Okay, so look at this. The key thing to understand is this isn't a step-by-step to-do list. It's more like a chaos menu. Seriously, in one day, a technician might be on site installing a new payment system for a cafe, then get a call to manage the cabling for an office move, then have to deal with a high-stakes virus removal, and then finish the day by calmly helping an employee who just can't log into their Office 365 account. The range of skills here is just wow. So we've got the what down, but what about the why? Why is a local provider so valuable? What's their secret sauce? Well, for one thing, it's experience. Pure and simple. You see a number like 800 plus completed projects? That's not just a stat on a page. That's 800 problems solved. That is a massive library of real-world experience you just can't get from a textbook. And then there's the trust factor. When you've got over 200 different clients, from private businesses to actual government entities, that tells you something really important. It means they've earned the community's trust, and they know how to adapt to all sorts of different needs. So when you put it all together, here's what you get. You get a team that's right here in town, so they get the local challenges. They're a genuine one-stop shop for just about any tech problem you can throw at them. Plus, they have direct lines to the big brands like HP, Fortinet, and Intel. It all adds up to this client-focused approach that's just really, really hard to beat. Okay, let's pull back for the big finish here. Let's look at the bigger picture. Why does all of this really matter for an entire community's health and its future? You know, this quote from the company's own goal kind of nails it. Their mission is to, quote, provide the newest and best technological advancements to ensure the safety of your organization's data. See, it's a two-part mission. Empower everyone with modern tools, and at the same time, build a digital shield to protect them. And let's be real, the stakes are incredibly high. I mean, just look at the two paths here. Without a trusted partner, you're looking at constant security risks, downtime that costs real money, and slowly but surely falling behind the times.
But with that partner, you get enhanced security, you bounce back from problems way faster, and you actually have a pathway to modern solutions. It's the difference between being vulnerable and being resilient. So we'll leave you with this final thought. The next time you're at a library and the Wi-Fi just works, or you see a local business running like a well-oiled machine, maybe you'll think about that invisible tech backbone holding it all up. And the real question to ask yourself is the foundation in your community strong enough for whatever's coming next?